So I've been moving this week and it has not allowed me the opportunity to sit and officially record my pulse a lot, but I've been able to reflect on certain things I hadn't thought about before, especially the way that my nomadic personality has taken me to different climates. And I started thinking about the type of personality that I had in those different climates. I mean, I lived in South Florida for about 15 years, and I remember being such a control freak and always angry, very short tempered, not having much patience with anybody. Oh, the worst road rage. And I'm just naturally very vata pitta anyway. I've always had good digestion and I don't know, I'm just naturally fiery, plus being an Aries and just fire, fire, fire. In the hot, humid weather in Florida, I can look back on now and see how much it aggravated the pitta. I mean, it was just overflowing and taking over all areas of my body. I mean, that's even where I started to try and cope by using drugs. I mean, I was just so angry all the time. I could not hardly take it. I was doing really intense workouts. I was eating a lot of meat. I mean, I was doing pretty much everything to make that situation even worse. And I think about something like fiery pitta invading something like the windy vata and just creating smoke. And suddenly, all this fiery pitta energy creating smoke throughout vata means that when vata is trying to just do its normal activity and transporting things, it's transporting this tainted, smoky air and messing up all of its functioning as well. So that's some of the thoughts that I went through there. And now that I do have a little bit of knowledge of Ayurveda, I'm pretty excited for where I am now. I had been living in Nebraska since I've learned the pulse reading technique, and it was a really bitter cold winter. And that's pretty much the only time I spent there. I didn't get much summer activity there at all. And so it was pretty miserable for me to be outside there too. I ended up isolating inside most of the time, and I don't do well with being in the climates that don't allow me to go outside. The going outside is a huge part of me bringing just immediate balance and stability in my life. More than diet, I think just going out and hiking and smelling the fresh air, and especially the feeling of a nice, cool, cleansing rain and just being able to smell something so fresh and being outside. And when the elements keep me from being able to do that, I don't feel stable at all. Just anxiety and flighty and just nothing to hold me down to the ground. So I've been in Oregon for 2 days now, and with the things that I understand about a little bit that I understand about the doshas now and the qualities inherent in them is I'm looking forward to being in a place that has some more kapha qualities, since it's what I'm clearly lacking with the cold rain rather than the hot and humid rainy environment of Florida. I'm enjoying going outside and just walking around and it feeling nice and clean. It's just more saturated, the cohesiveness. Everybody seems to move kind of slower, but in a good way here. I just also want to be aware of potentially laziness starting to creep in. It's been raining a lot here, and I've used rain as an excuse to have a lazy day a lot in my past. And if it's going to rain every day here, that's one of the things I have to stay on top of, is making sure that I don't let the kapha qualities increase so much that they start smothering out my pitta and my vata. So I am looking forward to seeing how the new environment affects my doshas, and it was fun reflecting on how the climate and just being able to be in nature in general has affected my personal journey. And hopefully, this kind of answers the questions and requirements for the video this week. Jay Garuda.